Hey YouTube, longest post. 1975, may I add. Before I went to work last night, I was talking to my brother because he was over, like, packing up stuff to take to his flat, and we were talking games and stuff like that, and he made a really good sort of comment or observation, and he said he was tired. I mean, he's not a hardcore gamer. He does play games from time to time, but he is aware of everything that's coming, up, because obviously the next gen is so close. It is a big deal. It's across magazines and stuff like this. It is in the news, it is in the media, it's all over the internet. And he said he was tired of people talking about all the things they didn't want from the next generation, all the stuff they fear about the next generation, and they fear about the future of gaming or the future of the game industry. And he said to me, and I never really thought of it this way, he said to me, well, what do you want? He goes, I hear people like you all the time saying, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, this is terrible, where this is going stupid. He goes, well, what do you want? Where do you want it to go? And I sat there and I thought about it. I thought, that's a really good question. It's easy to say this is bad, this is wrong, whatever. But what was interesting was I sat there and initially I just went, well, I want hard copy of media. I want backward compatibility. I want, the ability to use, pre-owned games or to share games. And then my brain just went, you know what, it goes deeper than that. And I thought about it, and a phrase popped into my head, and it was, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So my answer to what he said would be this: what do I want from the future, of gaming, or the next generation, or more specifically beyond that, the future of gaming? What do I want? I want one word. I want respect from the gaming industry, whether it's software or hardware manufacturers. I want respect. They owe me, and they owe you. And they do well to remember that fact, because I sat there and thought about it. I'm 36 years old. I have supported them for 30 odd years. I've spent thousands on them, games, systems, peripherals, subscriptions. I've spent thousands, and as have many of you. And I thought about this, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, you owe me. I may not have been there at the inception of the gaming industry, but I certainly was there, in its infant days. I held its hand as a child, spending my pocket money, on Spectrum games. I didn't have to. I got my first part-time jobs, as a child, to buy my first Sega console or Master System. I got 3 more part-time jobs I held simultaneously to import my Mega Drive, Hell, Nintendo, I've owned 5 of your consoles. And Sony, we take the PlayStation for granted now, but once upon a time, you were the new boy in a pre-established sort of, market. Sega, Nintendo, no one had to go with you. The fact that you're so big and popular, that's, by the way, you need to understand that, it was a big deal for us to take a chance on you. I mean, to me, back then, all you were was like a music company, and Microsoft, for God's sake, my car is more reliable at playing games than your Xbox, yet people keep coming back. People who've had consoles red ring like 3 or 4 times. I think you people need to understand something here. You owe us something. You owe us thanks. This self-obsessed sort of greed-driven need to completely and utterly dominate the market is disgraceful. I mean, Zebo left a comment on my previous video about, what's going to happen to gaming. Will there be any future retro consoles? And he said, they act like they've got it worse off than the music industry. Like, no one's suffering more than the music industry. And I thought, well, they're not suffering. This is nothing but pure greed. And it's disgraceful. Like I said, it's disgraceful. And I've touched on that before, but the point I want to get across in this is, it's like, we put you where you are, yeah? We created you. We shaped you. You exist, therefore, to serve us, not the other way around. There's need of yours to strip away everything from gaming, because if somehow we're affecting you, we are, costing you money. You act like you're starving to death. You want this one generation console that, is throwaway. I mean, basically, you're going to take gaming so far away from what it is right now, which is precious, it's my experience, it's our experience, it's not yours. It provides so much happiness, joy and pleasure to people, and you want to treat it, basically, you want to turn it into the equivalent of renting a car. Yeah, it got you from A, it got you to B. Maybe you had fun, you know, in the process. Maybe you learned some things in the process, created some memories. But essentially, when you ended that rental, you know, when you walked away from that car, what were you left with? Nothing. I don't want that from gaming. It's, I think you're destroying something very, very precious. And these men in suits, these people in corporations, would do well to remember that, you know, this is ours more than it is theirs. Yeah, by all means, make money. I understand that you need to make money, but do not destroy something special. It's a big slap in the face, you know what? It's like, thank you very much for putting us where we are, but now that we're here, we kind of like it, and we kind of like making money. We're in control. If you don't like it, fuck off. That's the impression I get, you know, our way or not at all. Do as I say, not do as I do, and it's disgraceful and it's wrong. And basically, to answer my brother's question, what do I want from the future of gaming? I want respect. I want these people to remember why they are there, who put them there, you know, take a long, good, hard look at themselves and think, shit, we're so far away from what we originally were. We need to start looking after the people who put us here. Because as I said, that never bite the hand that feeds you, because the way you're going, it will bite you in the ass. It will bite you in the ass. And I kind of hope it does. So yeah, start showing us, you know, the people who pay your wages, basically, some respect. Or failing that, what do I want from the future of gaming? I want a good old-fashioned market crash. Nothing puts people in the places they deserve to be for the contempt they show the consumer or the people who've supported them their entire life. You know, nothing puts people in the place like a good old-fashioned wake-up call, like a market crash. We'll recover from it, you know. You always recover from these things, but it will be good for these bunch of pricks in suits to sit there, scratch their head, and actually think about why it happened. Because it will. You know, that's just me. That's what I want from the future of gaming. And I'd like to know what you want from the future of gaming. I'll see you later.